Okay, I wanted to make this because it's really easy to say, oh, this technique is just blah. In the particular case of the technique that I'm talking about growling on the saxophone. And I thought I knew how to growl, and it turns out I didn't. So I can actually say that there are three distinct types of growling on the saxophone. One is flutter tonguing, and it does make a growling sound. Pretty easy for me to do. I've been able to roll my tongue, roll my R's all my life, and it's probably the first one I was able to get. And the thing that you'll notice about that is there's still a lot of air coming on out. You need an energized stream of air to get sound on the saxophone. You can tell I'm excited. You can see I'm like walking around. You see on the inside of my house. So the second type of growling was using your secondary vocal cords. It's the same thing as you get in like Mongolian throat singing. It's like the sound you get when you clear your throat. Again, notice when I get it, there's no actual vocalization going. It's very, very dry. I'll demonstrate all these on the saxophone in a second. The third, though, is in between. And this is the one that I think people meant when they said, oh, just hum. It's not just humming. Humming, it's almost nasal. It's the top of the vocal cords for me. And you notice when I hum, there's no air coming out at all. Now, if I sing, oh, now there's vocalization. It's closer to singing. But here's the cool thing. It's actually also closer to that guttural sound. A lovely sound, I know. It's about as ugly a sound as you can get, but that's what it's right in the middle of the throat, maybe a touch below center. So it's not like clearing your throat. It's almost like you're being choked, but you can hear there's a tone that comes in there. There's a lot of overtones in there. It's in the more overtones you get, the more it has a tendency to actually conflict and give more of a distortion sound when you're playing on the horn itself. So somebody had suggested that I try it with just a mouthpiece, and there was another another YouTuber who also suggested that you try getting the sound started first. So I did both of those things, and it all worked. So first, not enough air coming through to make a sound, right? The eyebrow is important. So a couple things I'm doing here. You gotta get that super intense stream of air. My abs are tight. I'm actually a little sore. I've been trying this enough. It's a level of push from your abdomen beyond what I was doing before. I've been playing sax for a long time, and I can kind of chill out and just do minimum effort to get a decent sound in the mid range. Not for this. For this, I have to push like I'm actually doing an ab workout. With that, and then just throwing it on the mouthpiece, I'm actually starting to get a growl sound. And you notice I'm starting the sound before I get on the mouthpiece. Right now, I can't get that sound going if I'm already playing. I can't go from playing without growl to playing with growl right now. But you can hear, not only am I getting the growl in my throat, but I'm activating the reed. There's enough air going through there to activate the reed and get a clashing vibration. I think what I'm doing is actually singing a sound very close, like a third maybe below where the pitch of the mouthpiece is coming. But it's clashing, so it's obviously not in a harmonic series sync with what I'm playing on the mouthpiece itself. Okay, now I got that far. What I'm going to do is now throw on the neck. Again, the sounds are horrible, but the thing to remember is each time you make a change like this, you're changing the air pressure that comes back at you, and you have to change and adjust in your throat for that. Push harder. It's a bunch of micro adjustments, and so the less you change each time, the more you can build from success. You can build from what is working for you to the next one. funny because the next thing I did is go to sleep, put it on the horn itself. And this, I couldn't do it. And then I took it off, and I couldn't even do it on just the mouthpiece. Had to reset back. So now you can see I can kind of get it. It's a battle. I'm confident that I'm going to be able to grow forward with this and get it to the point. You know, the goal is to be able to get it. You know, can't do it yet. I'll get there, but build from success. So I can get. It's funny. This might be a way to get tartini tones with those really low notes. So yeah. So you can hear, I don't know if you can tell, I'm making different pitches in the background. Changing the pitch here. And the higher you go, what I'm finding, the higher I go, is the more the intensity of the air is going through there. I'm also trying to raise my tongue up in the back. See, it's almost like a hiss sound. When you do that, it makes a smaller aperture for the air to come through from your lungs and through your throat. Again, trying to intensify the air, get the air moving faster in a tight stream, so they can get the reed vibrating. Not enough to get the reed going. It hurts. My throat is a little raw from doing this. Because obviously the vocal cords are flapping together, and you know I don't have real smoker's vocal cords. I'm probably going to lose my voice from doing this. I lose my voice from talking too much in a crowd. It's not unusual. So not super pleasant to listen to yet. It will be. But for people who are like trying to learn to growl, maybe this will help you get over that that hump. I think I'm over the hump, and I'll be building on this. I'm going to give some examples. Flutter time. And the guttural growl. So, two other types of growls, not the same growls I'm looking for. I'm looking to get that real, I don't know, it's a finer grain. It should be a smaller variation than even with the guttural growl. I think the two examples I can think of the best, Clarence Clemens, Jungle Land, and the other early solos that he did for the E Street Band. And my particular favorite, Al Tunes on the Dark Side and Tender Years, the songs from the Eddie the Cruiser soundtrack. That growl, but it's a really fine tooth growl, and I think it's that middle. You see, I'm making more of a smile sound. The tighter cheek. I know, super pleasant to listen to. Hey, they say if you shouldn't sound good when you're practicing. I'm not sounding good while I'm practicing, but there you have it. Growl away.